I think the biggest story that you and I both want to talk about is this 30 minutes. If you weren't on Twitter, you totally missed it, but where everyone thought that Donald Trump was going to fire Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman whose term automatically expires in the next 10 months. But the report was that he was going to fire him, not only that he was planning on it, that he had written a letter and that he had consulted members of top Republican members of the House, and that they had greenlit it. In those 30 minutes, markets were taking a wild ride. Bonds, equities, all of it. You had the 10-year yield move by 4 basis points, the 30-year move by 7. You had the dollar index fall by almost a full percentage point. And then Trump comes out 30 minutes after these reports make it online, multiple networks, and he says, no, I'm not doing it. I might be investigating Powell for this $2 billion renovation of the Federal Reserve headquarters, but I'm not firing him for right now, and everything calmed down. So my question is this, Christian. Was Trump actually going to do this, or was this a strategic trial balloon of a leak?
No, I think he was serious about firing Powell, and we can get into what walked him away from that ledge here in a second. But it wasn't just this report about the letter that he drafted and showed to lawmakers early last week. It's been everything he's been saying for the last 3 to 4 months, basically, about Jerome, too late, Powell, should be out of here. He's the worst person never, ever nominated. And then he remembers that he actually nominated him back in 2018. And he's like, I can't believe Biden renominated him after the terrible job he did during COVID. And then again, you pointed out this focus on the Fed renovation project, which is, to me, the biggest indication that they are looking for any reason, any excuse to get him out the door ahead of the conclusion of his term next year. And just speaking on the renovation, this isn't Trump purely on Truth Social. We have Russ Vought, the OMB director, James Blair, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, personally visiting the Fed this week to go over all of these overruns to see if any of the plans have changed, like Powell has said, that could have led to, a years-long delay and coming in just under $1 billion over budget. So if that wasn't happening, I would have said this is classic Trump trial balloon